Hey, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to Let's Play Bayonetta 2, Chapter 9, The Gates of Hell. Who is ready to go to Inferno? I forgot we had one more chapter in our way before we actually enter Hell proper, but we'll get there soon enough. On the way there, though, we've got some pretty cool stuff standing between us and the entrance, including, by the end of the chapter, a new boss fight. And if I remember right, no journal echoes this time. Oh, we just get that cool flip perspective to start. I thought we were going to start with a cutscene with Loki, which is a shame because I had something I wanted to talk about with him to start off. Guess I was thinking of the wrong chapter. We'll start off with a hidden burst before we spin that thing, though, against a couple of Hideouses and Furies. Ooh, really simple little hidden chapter, too. Gonna start off strong in this one, I can feel it. I guess I'll talk about that stuff with Loki anyway, since he didn't want to make an appearance at the start of this episode. Loki was originally supposed to be a girl as your companion character. He was supposed to be like another Cereza, but since they already did that in the first game, they changed him to a boy to avoid doing the same thing twice, basically. Yeah, strong start. The interesting thing about him, though, are his cards. So there are two sets of Loki's cards. There's the 53 verse cards, which were modeled after, they have similar characteristics to the ones that Loki uses, and they're the ones that I just heard his voice. Where are you, Loki? Oh, he's still tucked away. This is a little gerbil form. Flying squirrel. Yeah, there's the 53 that are designed after playing cards, which use a similar theme to the ones he uses, and you use them in the co-op mode. They're called verse cards. We've been collecting them between chapters. They're designed around a standard deck of playing cards, including a Joker. Also, this dude, the Enrapture. Ooh, that's kind of a dangerous attack, actually. I usually don't see that coming that well. He's like the demon version of the Enrapture. Actually, if I remember to, I have to remember to use a torture attack on them. They have really cool torture attacks. Right, there's a second set of cards, though. There's the ones that you actually see Loki use in-game, and that the designer for Loki drew a whole set of 22, even though he only uses a couple of them in-game. They're designed to be based on tarot cards. Now, I don't know anything about tarot, so I didn't pick up on that. But RuinedSilver did, and he has been awesome in the comments posting about them and like what they mean and what they symbolize. And whenever Loki flashes one, he usually points out the timestamp and like what that card symbolizes. And it's actually really cool because it turns out the cards he's flashing actually give a decent bit of a symbolism connected to his character and the events of the game and stuff. Ooh, this actually, I just remembered, is kind of a tough Alfheim. Because, Hideouses are kind of durable. Hideouses and Hatreds are more durable than the Angel equivalents, and we have a Greed here. We'll partially restore the timer for this one. I might want to focus this last Hideous... yeah. That gave me a little bit extra time. Am I gonna get this in time? Ooh, not with taking that hit. Barely. I think I had a little bit less than a second left. Nah, yeah. Because that gave me 15 seconds. I had barely less than a second to go. That should result in a pretty good time score? I thought that would have been shitty. I guess I just killed him in the wrong order. That's why it was, it seemed a lot tighter than it should have been. To go back to Loki's cards again, though, like, one of the first ones that he flashes up is apparently, very similar to the Fool, which in tarot represents the beginning of a journey and naivete. Really appropriate for that situation. And then, yeah, RuinedSilver's been all over the comments posting about the cards. Thank you so much. It's quite revealing about some of the things that have been going on with his character and the rest of the story. This is one of the trickier Umbra climaxes. It took me a couple tries my other playthrough to get this. Wait a minute. There we go. Yeah, it's one of the trickier ones. You really have to use Panther form for it, and you have to kind of know the route to take. Doesn't seem that bad when you see it done correctly, but it takes a few tries to get used to. And is that Moon Pearl in this one, or is it a heart? Moon Pearl! I'm pretty good on those guesses. Especially when I hedge my bets and go, it's one or the other. Like it's always gonna be. I don't think any of the Umbran resting places ever have... Ooh, gotta watch the Allegiance. I don't think they ever have like an LP in them. It's always one of two things. Damn, the torture attacks in Bayo 2 are so good. Oh, there's Loki's showing up in combat to just toss cards around. Yeah. He's got a little blue health bar like Cereza did. He's much better at staying out of trouble himself, though. He doesn't contribute that much to the fight, but he's, you also have to protect him less than Cereza, and Cereza already didn't get in the way. So, oh! Popped me up twice. Not doing so hot with the Allegiance this time. I handled the first one we fought pretty well, but not that one. And that's not an Urbine. What are the ice ones called? Gravitas. Urbane and Gravitas. Fire and ice. Gravitas is a bit of a weird angel name. Oh right, RuinedSilver is also the one who helped me out with a couple of names that I was mixing up. Like, back when I was confusing Cachet and Compassion with the beliefs. I really like the naming conventions. And I love that they kept him around for Bayo 2, like Cachet and Compassion being equivalent to Deer and Decoration, Affinity and Applaud being like the Bayo 1 equivalents of Acceptance and Accolade. That stuff's really cool. Whoa. I guess Urbane and Gravitas are supposed to be similar to what? I want to say Grace and Glory, but Grace and Glory were more like tiny but very quick, mobile enemies. Yeah. Kind of a shitty verse, but I took a lot of hits. Wait, was that also counting the one... Yeah, that was part of the verse with the Allegiance. Or was it? I didn't catch if they were separate verses or not while I was yammering away. Anyway, we're done there, though. We got our key shard and a little throwaway verse against a couple of Furies. There was a verse really similar to this in the in Bayo 1, in the airship where you fought Jean, and the Deers and Decorations showed up on the plane, on the wing of the plane, just for free. You can run past them, but you just won't get credit for the... Oh, I almost fell in. Yeah, you just won't get credit for the verse, and that'll tank your end of chapter ranking if you miss a hidden verse. That's usually why you go out of your way for the hidden verses. And I'm coming down here for another hidden verse with a few maliciouses. Yeah, that's cool. Just toss one malicious into the other. Not enough of that. Like, Bayo 1 gave you a lot of environmental stuff to toss around, like cars and dumpsters. Not so much here. It's a really small loss, though. Like, you hardly ever got it in Bayo 1. It was mostly, like, the early goings in Vigrid. Wish there was a little bit more of that, though. I never used it in Bayo 1, though. So I don't know why it would be, like, mourning the loss. And then from that platform where the hidden verse was on, you can come over here, and waiting for us is a fragment of an LP. Remember back in Chapter 8 we got 2/3 of an LP? The last third of it's just waiting for you on a platform over here. Outside of a chest, too. And that is going to lead to a really cool weapon. That's going to lead to a giant megaton-esque hammer called the Take... damn it. The name, it's escaping me. Take Mikazuchi. It's named after a Japanese thunder god who was, also the first sumo wrestler. He was the mythological birth of sumo wrestling, or represented it. and it's awesome. It's a giant ass hammer, and it can break the shielded accolades, their defense. Oh, we got a new form for Golem this time, the bird form. Not quite Malphus, just a generic kind of bird enemy. Oh, he looks really cool with that color scheme. I have such a hard time dodging that screech attack. Oh, there we go, big damage. I only got one shot with Umbran Climax, though. Whoa, gotta turn a little bit. Gotta correct that camera. Is that like a rhino or something? With a tail that shoots lasers? Is that? It's cool as hell as well. Oh, it's a bull. Jesus. Slow on the uptake. It looks so cool when you dodge like that, when you do the just frame dodge with Bat Within. Because it looks like they're hitting you so hard that you just shatter into a cloud of bats. But really, you're kind of cheating death. Or cheating the hit, at least. This form is always so rough. Always gets those little pot shots in. Yeah. Oh, we're done here. Where's my climax button? There we go. Yeah. Oh, right, you know what? I was gonna say this a second ago when I was talking about naming conventions. Really, really similar, except minus... No, here it is! The exact same way you finish off the golems in Bayo 1. Pound away at it and have a game of volleyball. Pretty sure it's the same animation. It's very similar, at least. When I was talking about the naming conventions... Damn it. Hold on, cutscene.
You know, love, you're probably the only person on the planet who says, go to hell, and means take me there.
I suppose you're right.
I think I've done my job here. Time for me to hit the road, love. Things to do and all.
The world is dark and full of terrors. No place to be alone.
What are you on about, love? You should be happy I helped you this long. Now I have to get to Thimbleventer.
No, you will stay right here. I can't focus on what I need to do here if I have to worry about you off on your own. Come now, love. I'll take you to Thimbleventer after we finish my business.
Yeah, great plan, love. You can't be on your own, so let's go into the depths of hell. Go save your friend. I'm out of here.
I said no.
You again? Listen, mate. 1, the mask is shit, okay? And 2, get out of my way.
Your sins must be punished, Loki.
What? Who are you?
You pretend to forget me. Yet even if your memory may now be lost, the remembrances of time exist forever. Am I wrong, Lumen Sage?
Oh, wait. I'm the one you've been trying to kill this whole time?
Umbra Witch. I am who you shall face. You will return what is rightfully mine. What I should never have lost. The Eye.
The Eye?
Child or not, you will see no mercy, Sovereign One. The sins you have forgotten are timeless. Now, remember them as you stare upon my face.
Sorry, mate. Nothing comes to mind. But now that I know that mouth of yours works, maybe you could jog my memory a bit.
Okay, Okay. We learned a lot there, and we have another kind of second rival battle to start up here against the Prophet. I don't like this fight as much as the Lumen Sage fight because he is slower, his attacks are more telegraphed, and he looks kind of like a bright blue kite. He's got a stupid design. That said, it's a different style of fight, and he's still got some really cool attacks. I love those giant ethereal fists. Oh man, he's got the Hugo hand slap going. Plus, the setting is awesome. Debris flying around, this huge maelstrom. You can never beat rainy, stormy setting for a big, dramatic, climactic fight. He's not too bad to fight, though. He's got a couple good shots in, though. That attack, I think it slows you down if it hits you or something, or it incapacitates you in some way. Roots you to the ground. To the air? Flying around. One thing I will criticize this for a little bit, I feel like the fights using Malphas's wings, the flying fights, are a little overdone. I would have loved more grounded fights. It's still a cool little new mechanic to take advantage of. Look at this huge leaning tower it's throwing at me. Yeah! Oh, man! Ora! Yeah! That's cool. Yeah, this setting it makes this fight way better. The lightning in the background, in front of the gates to hell. While Loki's in the background trying to survive. Yeah, so this is the guy who we've seen manipulating the Sage. It's the Prophet. Who we learned a lot about there. Hold on. This fight's almost done already. So, the left eye of the world once belonged to him? So that tells us that it's Acer or someone very connected to Acer. And then the Sage unmasks for Loki. And do I need to keep playing coy? It's fucking Baldur. We saw Baldur survive in the very opening of the game. We've heard his voice, and it's Baldur's voice, and he's a Sage, and we've seen part of his face in the beginning of the game. It's fucking Baldur. So what Baldur's doing chasing after Loki and why he doesn't seem to remember Bayonetta, that's a mystery for another time. But damn is he strong.
Hey, wait!
Damn, that twin blade's awesome. It separates into two short swords.
Umbra Witch. Is that the limit of your power? Did you never open your eyes to your true potential? You are no left eye, but you may still forfeit it, like a lady.
No lady would ever hand anything to a man who chases after little boys.
Very well. If you will not listen, then you will see. See a power beyond time.
What is the meaning of this? You said this was to stop the witch's rebellion. Enough of your empty words.
Baldur, this war is not your doing.
No, it is not. I was deceived. Deceived by the light. Rosa, I'm so sorry. Please, please be still. I will save you. in...
Baldur!
Rosa! What have you done? Rosa. Rosa. Stay with me now.
It's been 20 years since I last saw you. But I kept it safe all this time. The present you gave me. The symbol of our love. Your face will be the last thing I see. Thank you.
Rosa. Rosa! Please! Don't speak. I will save you. It's still not too late.
Baldur, take care of Cereza. Watch over her. See to it no harm comes to her. When the time comes, our dear sweet child will be the one. The one to awaken and inherit the eyes of...
Rosa. Rosa. No! Rosa! Rosa!
Mummy. What was that?
A vision of truth. A remembrance of time.
Lies!
You possess the left eye, do you not? You are an overseer. See the truth. See with the left eye of darkness. Robinson Est.
Little one! Damn it! No choice but to jump! Bayonetta! Let's go!
That was unexpected. But no bother. The return of the eyes is simply a matter of time.
Woohoo! Loki killed Bayonetta's mother Rosa and Baldur's wife 500 years ago during the end of the witch hunts, and Baldur thinks it's the Loki that we know that did it. And we get the origin, the coolest part, we get the origin of the "my dear sweet child" line. It's what Rosa tells him. Oh man. So that's what happened. Baldur wasn't always a dick. He was deceived by Paradiso. And that also shows Bayo and Jean running into the room right after that we saw back in the first game. So why was Baldur nuts and trying to resurrect Jubileus last game? The dumbest plot point next to the Eyes of the World MacGuffin? Again, that's a mystery for another time.
No rest for the wicked.
That's the cool thing about Bayonetta 2's story, though. It fixes so much of the stupid, shitty parts of Bayonetta 1's plot.
This one's gonna be fun.
And there we go, Taka Mikazuchi. Like, it straight up fixes everything. Baldur, the Eyes of the World, the ending here is so good, and now we're starting to approach that second act build-up to it. Fuck yeah, I really like Bayonetta 2's story. It's actually quite good. And we'll carry on with it as we enter Hell in the next episode. For now, if you like this video, make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And if you'd like to help support me in the channel, you can check me out on patreon.com/scribe. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.